From Keene in the Shire, the Liberty Media capital of the world, this is Daryl W. Perry, host of FPP Radio News for Friday, July 14th, 2017. Silver is trading at $15.76 per ounce. Gold is valued at $1,221 per ounce. Bitcoin is trading at 4.8 cents, and the average price of Bitcoin is $2,308. Antiwar.com reports the Pentagon has announced that a unit of about 500 U.S. ground troops, National Guardsmen, are to be deployed to the Kosovo region to join the NATO peacekeeping operation that has proven the longest in the alliance's history. The operation is the remnant of the 1999 NATO attack on Serbia, which ended with NATO announcing that Kosovo, which had been part of Serbia since the Middle Ages, would secede from Serbia. The ethnic Albanian population approved of this. The Serbian population in North Kosovo continues to oppose it. That's because the Kosovar Albanians, who are the overwhelming majority of the South, dominate the NATO-backed government, and they've gone out of their way to limit the Northerners' ability to trade across the Serbian border. Stopping this trade has often proved the job of NATO forces when the locals resist. 18 years in, Kosovo still lacks recognition from a number of states, particularly Serbia, and the intense ethnic division between the Albanians and the Serbs remains as big a problem as ever. NATO's efforts has been to just keep throwing more troops at the situation and hope that somewhere along the line the situation will resolve itself and victory can be claimed. For nearly 40 years, Roberts & Roberts Brokerage has been a trusted source for buying and selling precious metals like gold and silver. They also take Bitcoin for precious metal purchases and have permanently removed the minimum purchase amount for all orders paid in the digital currency. Call Roberts & Roberts today for knowledgeable advice on buying and selling precious metals and a forward-thinking approach to new technologies. 800-874-9760 or visit online at rrbi.co. UPI reports California officials on Thursday levied a $5,000 judgment against an Airbnb host who refused to rent to an Asian woman because of her ethnicity. The California Department of Fair Employment and Housing also required the woman, Tammy Barker, to apologize to the would-be renter, Dinah Sue, and complete a college-level course in Asian American history. The incident gained widespread public attention when a tearful Sue posted a video on YouTube explaining her interaction with Barker. Regulators with the California Department of Fair Employment and Housing said the $5,000 fine, which Barker must pay to Sue for the damages inflicted, was in line with other judgments in housing discrimination cases. The incident represents the first time California regulators have fined an Airbnb host for discriminatory rental practices. Born into a devastating world and raised among the crowd, the Cloudwalker assumes a new identity and begins the unrelenting quest for truth. Through the journal of the Cloudwalker, he shares both the traumatic hardships and the eternal beauties of his experiences. Dear Society by the Cloudwalker is available from Amazon.com and all major bookstores. Reuters reports the U.S. State Department will require all nations to provide extensive data to help it vet visa applicants and determine whether a traveler poses a terrorist threat, according to a cable obtained by Reuters. Countries that fail to comply with the new protocols or take steps to do so within 50 days could face travel sanctions. The cable sent to all U.S. diplomatic posts on Wednesday is a summary of a worldwide review of vetting procedures that was required under U.S. President Donald Trump's revised March 6th executive order that temporarily banned U.S. travel by most citizens from 6 predominantly Muslim countries. The memo lays out a series of standards the United States will require of other countries, including that they issue or have active plans to issue electronic passports and regularly report lost and stolen passports to Interpol. It also directs nations to provide any other identity information requested by Washington for U.S. visa applicants, including biometric or biographic details. The cable sets out requirements for countries to provide data on individuals it knows or has grounds to believe are terrorists, as well as any criminal record information. Further, countries are asked not to block the transfer of information about U.S.-bound travelers to the U.S. government and not to designate people for travel watch lists based solely on their political or religious beliefs. The cable said this is the first time the U.S. government is setting standards for the information that is required from all countries, specifically in support of immigration and traveler vetting. The new requirements are the latest in a series of steps that the Trump administration says it is taking to better protect the United States from terrorist attacks. John Sendweg, a former senior official with the Department of Homeland Security, now with the firm Frontier Solutions, said some U.S. allies may worry about privacy protections if Washington is seen as seeking information beyond what is already shared. This has been FPP Radio News, online at fppradio.com.